ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावतीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Namaste. All of us have intelligent quotients, emotional quotients, and also spiritual quotients. Now, you must be wondering, what is the relevance for Bhagavad Gita today? Now, all of us is like a Arjuna. And we have Arjunas without a Krishna. Okay. Now when you talk about this Arjuna, he was completely attached. The lot of attachments, delusion and sorrow. That's what he say, Raga, Moha, Shoka. That means attachments, delusion, and also the sorrow. Now, he was not able to really fight. The purpose for which he came to the war is to fight against adharma. Unfortunately, he had the intelligence, but unfortunately, he doesn't have the emotional intelligence or emotional quotient. Now, what do you do about this? That means all of us are Arjunas without a Krishna. So, the Bhagavad Gita, even today, is very relevant. Okay, so you know what is happening? Arjuna was in the battlefield. See, for all of us, we have got the battle of life. Whatever the problem Arjuna had, we have the same problem even today. Although so many years passed. So that is the relevance of the Bhagavad Gita. So you have to think. So you must be wondering why I am talking to you about Bhagavad Gita. Because it is absolutely relevant. See, Bhagavad Gita is an eternal teaching. It is the dialogue between the Nara, that is Arjuna, and the Narayana, Lord Krishna. So, the whole purpose of this Bhagavad Gita teaching is, it is relevant, provided if you are able to learn. Okay, that is one. Now, Arjuna was itching to fight. Okay, when he come to the battlefield, now he was completely attached to his Guru and also to the grandfather and all the other kings. Now, the moment he found out that he has to kill them to win the war, then he collapsed. See, all of us have the same problem. Suppose when you get a particular field, either a marketing guy or a service guy or a production guy, if there is a crisis, that means we collapse. See, I got the intelligence, but I am not able to get the emotional strength. So it is the real challenge for all of us. Only degree will differ. So what you have to understand is these attachments and delusion and also the sorrow are universal. Okay, when you talk about the attachments, that means I have a kind of a possessiveness. Now I would like to use the word like love. See, attachment is binding. Now Arjuna is bound to his grandfather and guru, not to the adharma. So he has to understand, yes, the higher purpose of Arjuna to fight the war is to fight the adharma. So that means which is more important. See, just I want to tell you, see, when you say attachment, that means it is binding. We will suffer. But whereas if it is a love, that means you will be able to be liberated. You will always be free. Okay. Now, since this particular Bhagavad Gita is relevant for you, me and everybody, I want to say that is the eternal teaching. Now we are discussing about the whole thing also. So the scene today is Arjuna is completely collapsed. He is not able to stand. He does not want to fight. He wants to fly. Okay. So he wanted to fight, but he wanted to fly away. Okay. Now all of us have the same problem in life. So you have to recall the problems. Yes, there is a lot of problems. Right? Suppose you are able to understand what is that to be done. That means you have the intelligence and also the emotional quotient. So now let us go to a particular sloka, which is very powerful. Okay. Now I will go by the word-to-word meaning. That is kutasva kashmalamidam vishame samupastidam anarya jushtam asargam akirtikaram Arjuna. So Lord Krishna, Bhagavan Vacha, that means the Narayana, which is the Lord Krishna. He tells Arjuna, Kutasva. Kutaha means from where? Tva, you. Kutasva, why you got it? From where you got it? What? Kashmalam. When he said Kashmalam, it's a dejection, depression, despair, despondency. So all these frustration. So why you got this dejection? So actually our Krishna was asking the question, from where you got this dejection? Okay, then Vishame, in this particular crisis, now you have to fight. It is a crisis. You don't know what to do. Okay, now on this particular crisis, now that means Vishame, in this particular crisis, Samupastidam, he has come. Kutaswa, from where you got this? On this particular moment, how it has come. Okay, next is Anarya Jushtam. What in the Anarya Jushtam? When you say Arya, it's a noble person. Okay, in this particular case, he says Anarya Jushtam. That means which is not entertained by the noble people. But you are a noble person. You are a courageous person. You have won so many wars. You are a Parantapa. So, why you got this, the Kashmalam, that is a dejection. Suppose you are not able to do it, okay, and you will not get the Swargam, Asargam, which will not lead to the heaven. And Akirtikaram. When they say Kirti is a kind of a the fame. Akirtakaram, that means which will not lead to your good name. You have learned very good name and you have won so many wars. Now you wanted to fight and you wanted to fight against adharma. It is good. You are itching for the last so many years. You have acquired so many skill. Now why you are collapsing? Now this is what you have to understand. So where this dejection has come, it is not entertained by the noble people. It will not lead to the heaven. And it will not add to your good name. Whatever that you earned, that means you are going to spoil. So that is one. Now I want to go by the running meeting. See, for example, Bhagavan Vacha, the Lord Krishna said, okay, Hey Arjuna, that means you are a great man. So, Kutaha, from where? Idam Kashmalam. Why this kind of the dejection has come? Anarajisham, which is not entertained by the noble people. You are a noble person. Understand. You have got a tremendous amount of skill. You are the greatest archer. Now you can do it. Right? Then asargam. It will not lead to a heaven. In this particular context, we will take it as a happiness. Okay. Akirtakaram. It will not lead to the good name. Samapastidam. So where it has come from? Twa. For you. Vishayame. In this crisis juncture. Now what is that we are trying to understand in this particular one? Now you are a great man. You wanted to fight. Okay. And you have got all the skill. Now you have got a lot of intelligence. But your emotional quotient is collapsed. It is not only enough to have intelligence, but you must have the emotional intelligence. So that is what exactly the message you are going to get it. Okay. Now Krishna wanted to tell Arjuna never asked for the help, but he was completely collapsed. So Krishna had an obligation, because he is a friend, to boast the morale of Arjuna and also remind him that you are a great warrior. You have won so many wars and you have got an excellent name. So you have to understand that you have to fight. Don't collapse. You are capable of doing it. So that means Krishna is playing game of hot and cold. That means he was trying to mentor. Now, you should not teach someone unless otherwise he asks for it. Now, in this particular context, see, Arjuna has completely collapsed. He wanted to fight. Now, all of us, when there is a problem, now what is happening? You collapse. You have the intelligence to solve the problem. Now, what is lacking? See, for example, a marketing guy. He is an excellent skill. You just go to a great organization. The order is very attractive. Okay, now he has got a tremendous amount of preparation. Now the moment we went there, then when he met the particular executive, now if there is a small little problem, any kind of a attachment or a kind of a delusion, okay, that means you will collapse. So it is not only war, Mahabharata war, but it is a battle of life. And that is where one has to understand that Bhagavad Gita is always relevant. It is an eternal teaching. Now, think about this particular sloka. That means Arjuna has not accepted Krishna as a guru, but Krishna want to whip up saying that, why you can do it? What is happening to you? Okay, that means he was able to play the game of hot and cold. I think it has to be done. And as a great person like a Lord Krishna, so all of us can learn. Suppose you are able to handle it with the people, then you have to find out, yes, he is capable of doing it, but he is not able to do it. And you have to whip up so that he will be able to perform. So the whole problem is the battle of life. So how can you face it and win it? Yeah, I hope you got the message. What is that? That means if there is a problem, okay, don't take it as a problem. Although I got a skill, but you must take it as a challenge. This is the message of this particular sloka. Take care, all the best. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhavet Om Shanti Shanti Shanti